I want to get all of the achievements for Ready or Not, and what's a better way to start than by getting the Medal of Valor achievement. To get it, you have to complete every single vanilla mission on rank S. Now, to get rank S on a mission, you have to arrest all of the suspects and civilians, and all of them have to survive and be fully conscious. Incapacitated but alive doesn't count. Meaning, going lethal is not an option. You have to go fully non-lethal. You also have to collect all of the evidence and have to report every single main and soft objective. So, with the explanation out of the way, I can now start a new career. Now, on a side note, this would be way quicker to do in quick play, but I wiped all of my progress, so I don't have any missions unlocked. Anyway, first things first, I have to make a loadout for me and my teammates. Since we're going non-lethal, that narrows my options down, but I still have to choose wisely. As for my primary, I have two options, a pepperball gun or a beanbag shotgun. The beanbag shotgun is a direct hit slug weapon, so for it to be effective and stun a suspect, I have to directly hit him. Now, in a close distance, that's effective for sure, but honestly, I don't find it really useful for longer distances, mostly because of the rate of fire and the fact that if the suspect sees you first and opens fire, you get suppressed. And honestly, I can't see or hit shit when I'm suppressed. However, the pepperball gun is an AoE type of gun. You fire 3 or 4 pepper balls in the vicinity of a suspect, and this small gas cloud forms around which then stuns him. I find this more effective, which is the reason why I'm choosing this as my primary. For my secondary, since there are no non-lethal options, just an empty Glock will do. But for the close combat, I'm taking a taser, which I will be using for most of the time because it insta-stuns the suspect. Very effective when going through corners, though not so at a distance. The rest of the gear are some flashbangs, a flashbang launcher for longer distances and groups, and light armor for mobility. I'm giving my teammates beanbag shotguns mostly because they have no idea how to use the pepperball gun, and flashbangs for clearing rooms as well as mirror guns. And lastly, heavy armor so they're protected, because they're stupid. With the loadouts ready, I can now move on to the first mission. Thank you, come again. A very simple mission, a gas station robbery, some civilians and a few blind suspects. One of them surprised me outside as I was going around the gas station. The others, they were inside. Can't forget about the main objectives, like the girl hiding and the newly retired manager. Soft objectives are the shot homeless guy at the front and the dead veteran in the diner. Can't forget about evidence and civilians as well. With that, we have successfully completed the first mission. On to the next one. 23 megabytes a second. A small apartment complex, a pretty high number of suspects for the size of this map, but nothing really difficult. I began by clearing the first floor, the apartment with the illegal server farm. Reporting it is a soft objective. I then proceeded to go up a floor and cleared the mostly empty apartment. Before moving on to the last apartment, I cleared the building's hallways on all the floors. Now onto the last and main apartment. I went in, guns blazing with the flashbang launcher, but the last and main suspect decided to pull this move on me while being arrested, and I tased him. Since he was just pulling out his phone and not a gun, it gave me an unauthorized use of force. Right, because in reality, he would have been shot right around here. Obviously, this made me lose the S rank, so I had to redo the mission with the same plan. I missed my taser here and I thought I was going to die, but luckily he didn't push me.
Trailer's on the way.
Arresting Michael is a main objective, and the photos near the bed as well as the computer are soft objectives. Twisted Nerve is up next. This map is a bit larger and takes longer, but the suspects are mostly chill. However, they tend to off themselves sometimes, so I had to be on the lookout for that. Going through the front entrance, we cleared the room. I wedged the door to the outside just to keep the suspects from running around. One of the main objectives is to arrest 2 suspects. This, for rank S, is obviously unmissable. Moving up to the second floor of the first building, I catch 2 suspects lacking in the hallway. In one of the rooms, there's a main objective, a meth storage room. There's a creepy room with a kid on the bed. Reporting her is a soft objective. Another soft objective is the money cache in one of the rooms. I cleared the rest of the second floor and move on to the second building through the makeshift bridge, where I encountered this dude, whom I didn't see at first, but I did hit him with a taser. And then he shot, and I was unsure if he shot at me, but no, he just offed himself. Well, that was it for this attempt. Time to restart. Same plan, but I equipped night vision goggles this time. I moved up to the attic, I cleared it, then the second floor of the second building, which was going well. But at this point, I only had 1 shot in the taser, and for some reason I didn't reload. Now this is important. Always keep your taser full, unless you don't have any full mags, because this is what happened.
Drop the weapon and put your hands on your head! Police, don't move!
The thing is, I did reload the taser in time, but during the reload I pressed the button to switch to primary, which then made me switch as soon as I reloaded. Anyway, I did finish the rest of the mission just because I didn't feel like running back to the truck. Attempt number 3. This one went well. I also completed the last main objective, which was to report 2 meth labs. And to finish off, I cleared the remaining part, the underground tunnels.
Put your hands up! Police, get down! Get on the fucking ground! Do it now! Down on the ground! Get down!
With that, I get rank S, and I can finally move on to the next mission. Next up is the Spider. The suspects get way better guns this time, and they can definitely be dangerous if you're not careful. First up, I make my way into the alleys behind the building, and I make sure my teammates wedge the doors so the suspects don't go out from the building. I then make my way up the staircase to the roof, where I attempt to tase a suspect at this distance? Listen, I have no idea what I was thinking. After arresting those guys, I made my way back down, and through the last back exit, I went inside. I heard people behind this door, so I open it, flash the room, clear it, and my teammates arrest George Brixley. Arresting him is a main objective. One of the suspects managed to get outside through the front entrance, and I lost him. I hate when this happens. I had no idea where he went. I searched around, but I couldn't find him, so I got back inside and got back to clearing the rooms. Anyway, awesome timing right here. I absolutely deserved it. I was running around a lot and I just wasn't checking my corners. This time I managed to arrest way more suspects outside, which was really good. It meant that there were less of them inside. Except for this guy. He really didn't want to give up. And I was afraid of tasing him, but you know, the unauthorized use of force of thing. So I gave him all the time he needed. Eventually, I gassed him, and as a reward, he showed me his arch. I mean, okay. Well, same entrance into the building, same flash, this time no suspects. But later, Brixley gave up on his own. He had a dude with him inside though, and I didn't see him. Luckily, nothing bad happened. There was one last civvy somewhere, so I searched around for a while, but then I remembered that there is one room where they tend to hide sometimes. And there she is.
Drop to your knees. Down on your knees.
A lethal obsession. A very different kind of mission. Only 3 suspects in a house, but there's a catch. Traps are everywhere, so I have to be really careful.
Doc, mission failed. Federal units en route to assume command.
I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I didn't see a trap there. I didn't see a line or string or whatever. Anyway, I decided to not go the same way and go through the basement. You can actually let your teammates clear the rooms in this mission since there are only 3 suspects and it's pretty easy even for them. You just have to be mindful of the traps, definitely give them the mirror gun, let them check the doors and everything, disarm the traps if necessary. Arresting Gerard is a main objective. There is also a room full of federal documents, reporting it is a soft objective. And that's pretty much it. Wait, what? Friendly fire? When? Ah, fuck, come on, I didn't notice that. Okay, that's better. Brissa Cove, a level where the difficulty spikes up a bit. You know, most of the suspects are army veterans, but the thing is, they use high caliber weapons and they can be pretty dangerous. My entry point is the residential stairwell because I like the good view of both hallways. I immediately catch a suspect lacking near the vending machine and another one in the left hallway. I make sure to wedge most of the doors where I don't want the suspects coming from, just to narrow down my entry and exit points. I let the blue team hold the right hallway while I circle around the left, making sure the doors to the apartments are wedged for now. I can hear some of the suspects in the middle room or lounge area or whatever it is, so I let the team hold the only unwedged doors while I go clear the laundry room. Usually there are no suspects here, sometimes maybe one, but it was clear this time. On my way back, one of the suspects kicked the door open, so I wanted to catch him before he ran away, and I managed to get 2.
Drop the weapon and drop the weapon. Freeze. Get down.
This bastard managed to pull the gun on me, but other than that, the middle lounge area was clear. So I move on to clearing the first apartment. Now I'm making sure I'm going in first and using my flashbangs. There are lots of corners and furniture which makes it harder to see suspects.
Police, you're under arrest. Police.
I report the first out of 2 sniper rifles, that's a main objective. Can't forget to report this down civilian.
Hands up now.
This guy really didn't want to give up, so instead of tasing him, I used some pepper balls. You really can be sure with the taser sometimes. I probably would have been okay using it here, but the line between authorized and unauthorized use of force is really thin. This guy in the blue suit was a Navy officer, reporting him is a main objective. On to the next apartment. This one has a balcony and sometimes they can see you from the outside and shoot inside, but luckily that didn't happen this time. It can be really annoying though.
Down on the ground now.
I reported the second sniper rifle, completing the main objective, a downed civilian, can't forget about him, and the last main objective was to report the music producer. Is this dude in the brown suit. Next up, we have Sinuous Trail. First things first, I let my team wedge the front door so the suspects don't go out, and then I make my way around the left side of the building, up the stairs to the roof. I like to clear it first. For some reason, I try to tase a dude from this distance. Again, I don't know why.
Trailers inbound.
Hands on your head. Weapon down.
Then, this dude from the upper roof got a drop on me. When the roof was clear, I tracked back and wedged this door, then I entered the building to the side entrance, clearing the hallways, rooms, and the kitchen, then the lobby.
Police, don't fucking move.
I was really lucky the taser shot that far back because I would have been dead probably.
Drop it now.
Believe me, this isn't worth my life.
I'm pretty much clearing everything first and leaving the server rooms for last. I actually should have cleared this loading area first before entering the building, but most of the time no one's here. Now, usually I clear the second floor first and then the server room, but for some reason I decided to do it the other way this time.
Put your hands up.
I make my way up to the second floor, then let my team clear the staging area, and then I almost die here.
Cuff him.
I missed some evidence somewhere, but I let my team search for it. I'm not into that. There are no specific objectives in this mission. Next up is the Ends of the Earth. A pretty sad mission lore-wise, but a nice difficulty break after a while. This mission is fairly easy, it's just a pretty big house with a few suspects. I pretty much let my team handle most of this. There is no reason not to use them. They can clear this no problem. There is a bag of money in one of the rooms. Reporting it is a soft objective. We pretty much arrested almost all of the suspects on the second floor, and I send my team to clear the attic while I search for the missing civilians on the second and first floor. I couldn't find anyone, so I made my way up to the attic where the weapon manufactory is located.
Hands up. Drop the weapon. Drop the.
Reporting it is a main objective.
Talk. Collecting.
Talk reporting.
One civilian was left, and I actually found him outside.
We are good people.
Hands up now.
Can't
Hands
go.
up.
Next up is Greased Palms, one of the more difficult missions for rank S because of this part. I enter through the reception, quickly making my way to the back. Now I move on to clear the packaging or loading area, whatever it is, and this is an absolutely easy way to make things difficult for me. I kept getting shot at from every direction and it was pure chaos. I managed to fight my way through somehow, made it to the down suspect in red. Reporting him is a soft objective. I got shot at from the back, then from I don't even know where again. This is just horrible. After clearing the outside area, I make my way back inside to continue clearing the most difficult part of this mission. I still don't know the layout of this area even after 100 hours. Right here, I get shot by my own fucking teammate with a beanbag, which stuns me and a suspect kills me. Wow, this is amazing. So I gave it another try, and I did go through the inside again. My teammate got killed, so, you know, time to restart. At this point, I was playing for quite a while, and I was kinda getting tilted, but I did want to finish this mission. So, what is way easier is going through the outside around the building to the back. You have a way simpler or way better view inside, and there is not much from where they can shoot at you. It's way easier to have things under control from the outside. I did manage to clear the loading or packaging area fairly well, and I had only a few suspects left, when these two dudes at the stairwell caught me absolutely lacking. And the suspect behind killed the one in front of him. Well, no rank S, I had to take a break. After a few hours, I returned, and while trying to carry this suspect, I got absolutely lit up and my game bugged. I couldn't do anything. So, next attempt, it was finally good. I reported this guy, Eugene Gomez. He's a main objective, as well as the FISA agent who took a hostage, and I was definitely lucky that I hit him and not the hostage. And in fact, that hostage was another main objective, Maria Lopez. And they were located in the FISA office, which is another main objective. So we got almost all of the objectives done in one room. With that, this mission was finally over. The next mission is Valley of the Dolls. I honestly thought I'd have more trouble with this mission, but it's fairly simple. You just clear the house room after room. The only difficult part is the outside area and the bottom floor which connects to it. There can be tons of guards at the same time. And during my run, there was absolute chaos on the bottom floor. It was actually crazy. I have no idea how I didn't get killed or how actually nobody got killed. Anyway, on the top floor there are tapes next to the bed. Reporting them is a soft objective. In the office there is a laptop. Reporting it is a main objective. Also outside the office there is a burning pile of papers. Reporting it is a hidden objective, although sometimes it doesn't show up as reportable. Arresting the guy in the blue shirt is another main objective. The last area left is the basement. I let my team clear the rooms, and reporting the room with the image wall is a soft objective. I missed some civilians, so I had to run around to find them. Next up is Elephant. Now in this mission you really have to be quick. You have 4 suspects somewhere in the school, but you only have 2 minutes to arrest all 4 of them. When the 2 minutes pass, they start killing civilians. So you have to find them as quickly as possible. That means running around. I also recommend letting the team clear some of the classrooms to find the suspects more quickly. They should be capable of taking them down. I always have this rush when playing this mission on rank S, trying to find them as quickly as possible. Luckily, I found the last 2 suspects together. Then you have, what I didn't know at the time, about 10 or 12 minutes to defuse 2 bombs located somewhere in the building. They spawn on preset locations randomly, and I actually had to check out the guide because I completely forgot about the one in the computer room. Rust Belt. This mission seems difficult, but the only difficult parts, at least to me, are the first outside area because I can't see shit thanks to the sun. And the last cave with the boat. Sometimes the suspects tend to hide in there. There are passports on the table in the house. Reporting them is a soft objective. After clearing the outside, I went down to the tunnels, and the taser made clearing them fairly easy. You pretty much just don't want to get lost. I slowly made my way down to the cave. Reporting the boat is a soft objective. I also missed one suspect somewhere, so I ran around searching for him.
Get down on the ground!
Sins of the Father. This is where the really long missions begin. I'm talking about 25 minutes plus per mission, so failing at the end can be really annoying. If you have a system for clearing the floors, you're pretty much going to be okay. I just let my team cover the hallways while I cleared the rooms, going from the upper floor down to the lower one.
Hands up, asshole! Now!
There can also be traps set up in the doorways, but it's only flashbangs. I accidentally managed to shoot my teammate with a pepper ball here, so I had to restart. Anyway, I always go the same way. The only difficult area is the bigger room with the terrace. You don't really have a good view when coming into both of them. There is also a downed civilian at the top floor and the big bottom floor. Reporting them are hidden objectives. These tight hallways at the bottom floor can be tricky, so you just have to take your time. Obviously, at the end of the mission, I think there was like one suspect left and I didn't see him, I didn't check the corner. You know, I honestly thought it was empty, so I got what I deserved. But I managed to complete it on the next attempt. Next up is Neon Tomb. I didn't even get inside and I already got shot at. This pretty much sums up this level nicely. Really bad visibility, and most of the times the encounters are at a longer distance than you'd expect, so you really want to put yourself in a position where you're not at a big disadvantage. I go around through the staff entrance. I let the team mirror the doors first, just so I have an idea about the number of suspects behind them. There are no traps in this mission, so you don't really need to think about that. While clearing the rooms, I let my team cover my back and corridors. You kinda want to split with your team, but don't go too far from them. I make my way to the terrace above the dance floor and I find one of the suicide bombers down below. I let the red team keep an eye on him while I make my way down to arrest him. I return back up and clear the lounge area. I find the other suicide bomber as he was trying to make a run for me. Luckily, the taser instantly stunned him. After clearing the lounge, I make my way down to clear the toilets. I make good use of the taser in the VIP area and find the main suspect, Kwadama, whom we arrest. A few civilians later, and we have completed the mission. Now for the next mission, buy cheap, buy twice. This mission honestly annoys me so much. I don't really know the layout, so I don't really have a system, and I think that annoys me the most. I try to clear the outside around the building first, then the storage area, where we also find and report contraband. That is a soft objective. There is also money and weapons in the storage area that you can report to, but only one of the three is required. I enter the building through the reception area and make my way deeper through the offices, which is absolute pain because they have these dark and hazy glass panels and you can't really see where the suspects are without flashlights. In the upper meeting room, you can find the undercover officer, who is retired now. Reporting him is a main objective. In one of the rooms behind the car showroom, you can find an office with shredded documents and records all over. Reporting the records is a main objective. Carriers of the Wine. This is a hit or miss mission. Tons of suspects and they have high caliber guns, but most of the time they hesitate to shoot or give up as soon as they see you. Thanks to this, it's mostly easy, but the open areas can be difficult. And of course, because I thought this at the time playing, I got absolutely fucked up in the garden area. Anyway, this was actually the first mission that I completed on rank S and completely by accident. I remember I was just playing through some of the levels and trying out different guns, and I really wanted to try out the taser, so I equipped it and managed to clear the whole map with only the taser. And my team was equipped with full lethal equipment, so anyway, I think that was really cool. I found one of the main suspects, Eve. Arresting and reporting her is a main objective. I also find the other main suspect, Elaine, in the garden. In one of the rooms there is tons of conspiracy evidence. Reporting it is a soft objective. As I was clearing the rooms, these two suspects jumped me and scared the living shit out of me. can't forget about the cellars, where I thought one of the suspects ran out and I was looking for her, but couldn't find her, so I really wasn't sure if I was imagining things or what, but I swear she ran out. I double checked the whole area but couldn't find her. I made my way to the church in the woods behind the vineyard.
Police, hands up now. Down on your knees.
One last civilian was left, but my team found her. Relapse is the second to last mission required to rank S for the achievement. And let me tell you, for some reason, I was most afraid of this mission. That is because this was the second mission I tried to rank S back in time when 1.0 was released, and I just wasn't able to do it. I spent good few hours just replaying the mission, but I kept dying near the end, and it took me about 30 minutes each time just to get to the end. Anyway, I gained so much more experience since then, and I had gotten way better at the game, so I was really determined to do this in a few attempts. I always enter through the underground parking lot because it just makes more sense to me. I don't really know why. After clearing the underground floor, I make my way up to the third floor, which I clear again without any real issues.
Down on your knees. Let me see those hands.
I always circle around the middle room with the bomb and wedge some doors so suspects do not move about. In the middle room there is a bomb planted. I don't think there is a timer to defuse these bombs, unlike in the elephant mission, but of course while I'm here and my team is covering me, I defuse it.
Down on your knees.
I then try to make my way through the bridge, what a fucking asshole, to the other wing of the hospital. I let my team clear the big room with the bomb in it, while I clear the rest of the floor. Time to go down to the second floor. A big hallway with circles around, so I make red cover the back, and me and blue clear the rooms around the hallway. I do let my team breach most of the doors, because I already got shot quite a lot and I really don't want to die at this point. With the second floor clear, there was only one floor left, the first floor. Now, I'm not going to lie, my heart rate was definitely higher, I was pretty tense. I really didn't want to fall back into the loop of dying in the end. I wedged one of the doors so our back was covered, and I'm very slowly and hesitantly clearing the morgue as I can hear someone but can't see them.
Not until I am done. Police, hands on your head. Down on
Unfortunately, my aim was good, but my reactions not so much. I really didn't want to get the unauthorized use of force, so I didn't tase him. Unfortunately, he managed to off himself. The worst thing is that there were only 2 suspects left. Well, the next attempt, I got to the same point in the morgue and there was 1 suspect left who really didn't want to give up. I was very patient, but I didn't want him to off himself again. Luckily, he finally gave up and I got rank S. I was extremely relieved. Hide and seek is the last mission required for the achievement. Now the engagements with suspects in this mission are mostly long range, so I took more ammo to the pepperball gun. While searching the port, you want to check these yellow containers with the spider marks on the doors. In some of them you can find weapons or I think other illegal things as well, and reporting these is a soft objective. I don't really know the layout of this map so well, so I pretty much just wander around the right edge. I got to the blue fuel building and cleared it. These 2 suspects absolutely teamed up on me and I was so confused. I made my way around the edge of the map to the tower, which I cleared. And I swear to God, I remember being able to report the computer at the top. I'm not sure if I'm mistaken or if I'm confusing it with some other mission, but I do remember it being a soft objective. Anyway, before going to the main warehouse, I still wanted to clear the outside area and the container offices as well. Through them, I made my way inside the warehouse, where I just kept getting shot at from all the sides. I was slowly running out of ammo, so I had to make use of other equipment. I took my time making my way through the warehouse. I then went to clear the hidden auction room, reporting it as a soft objective. I had thought the suspect in the auction room was the last one left, but I was mistaken, and it kinda got me on edge, because I had no idea where the last suspect or suspects could be. So I went around the map and I found him just wandering between the containers. Now the last thing left to do was to report the container with missing women. Reporting it is a soft objective.
We have a container full of women.
And with that, I have completed every single vanilla mission on Rank S and have gotten the Medal of Valor achievement. Honestly, I expected this to be way more difficult and I thought it would take me way longer. But it didn't, and it wasn't, and I actually quite enjoyed it. Completing the mission on Rank S made me play and think differently, which was a nice refreshment. However, I did have enough of it. Anyway, I really want to thank you for watching the video and I hope you enjoyed it. I also hope you'll have a nice rest of the day and I'll see you in the next one.